pretty dominant car for the most part, but where did that 2 come from, and where do you think he had the advantage there in the closing lap?
In the last maybe 3 runs, he was definitely a factor, and you know, I was probably a little better than him on the third to last, next to last for about equal, and then that last one, he was just better. So congratulations to those guys, they did an awesome job, but a great way to start the chase for us. You know, it's 10 long races and a lot can happen, so to come out of here second is a great day. Of course, we want to be with our victory lane, that's just a given, but we'll take the second, we'll go on to the next one. I'm real happy with where the slows team is right now.
All right, great performance by the 48 and Jimmy Johnson today.
Well, turning point of this race, again, that last round of green flag pit stops, but as Jimmy Johnson said, changing in their comparative handling also made the difference at the end. Denny Hamlin gave up some points in that final lap.
Yeah, but you look at what Brad did on that last stop. I mean, we looked at the pit stop times and the driver times down pit road. There's really nothing there. Pretty even, but it looked like he made up a lot of time outside those lines.
Hamlin went from 9th to 16th, Dave.
Yeah, it was an average day, I guess I would say, gone worse there at the end, Denny. What happened and how would you describe it?
Yeah, we didn't get the car full. We decided to make an adjustment and not put all the fuel in it, and it just told me I was 4 laps short, and it puts me in a box. I'm trying to hold my position, trying to slow down, and just couldn't slow down enough there, and so that's the way it goes. It's like it's frustrating, but our cars are fast enough we can make it back up, but it's tough to lose that many spots that late, but it's just a thing we got to learn, and we'll grow from it.
Tough day for Denny Hamlin. Jamie?
Casey Kane brings it home 3rd, and he was a wild card. Now you're 5th, the best you've been all year. Take us through the day overall. How was your car? Seemed pretty consistent.
Yeah, the Farmers Insurance Chevrolet was good all day. We weren't as good as the 48, and we weren't as good as Brad at the end. He really got going, but we had a great car. The pit stops were awesome, and I felt good about it. We couldn't get any better. We made a lot of adjustments. Kenny and Keith did a really nice job, but we just couldn't figure anything out to make the car better. So I just feel that I was lacking today, and hopefully we can talk about it this week and maybe get it better for some of these other mile and a halves.
Good to see Casey came back in the chase. First one since 2009. Vince?
With Dale Earnhardt Jr., and I know 8th place isn't what they wanted today, but considering where you started, that was a pretty good effort. How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm just disappointed myself for making a mistake with the engine and getting us that far back at the start of the race. We really couldn't overcome the track position. We had a great car at the start, the first half of the race, first 100, 130 laps. We had a really fast car. Made a couple adjustments that just didn't really help us how we needed help, and we sort of made the car ordinary, and you know, just kind of had to maintain track position, and some guys had some trouble, and we're still in the fight. So we'll go on to the next one still with a shot.
Thanks, Dale. Dave? With Tony Stewart now, a 6th place finish for him today. Tony, describe your day.
Long. We probably passed more cars than anybody today, so not exactly what we were looking for, but I mean, we just were a little bit off, and you know, we'll keep working at it. So if we can end up with a top 10 a little bit off, if we can hit it, we'll be in good shape.
Thanks, Tony.
Alan? And in victory lane, Brad Keselowski.
The day you wanted to start the chase with, but how difficult was it for you?
Oh, weekend it was just honestly awful. We got the first practice in and tried getting some stuff together to try for the second practice, and we couldn't figure out how to get it together for some reason, and wasted a whole second practice. Kind of ran like that today, very mediocre, and then I guess the shock wasn't tight, and the shock fell off, and just really wrecked our day. So it was frustrating. It was trying.
Thanks, Matt. 18th at the finish today. He's now 11th in the standings.
All right, Vince, and we check those championship standings after round 1 of the 10 in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup.
Yeah, a lot of guys with something to feel good about. Casey Kane moved up in points. He's got a fast car. But Denny Hamlin, even though he lost all those spots at the end, his car's plenty fast, like he said, to get those points back. You know, we've heard Greg Biffle talk about that he felt like they were in a position to win this chase. They're obviously going to have to perform better, but still within reason there. But terrible day for Jeff Gordon, unfortunately.
Throttle sticking on his car, and the big crash in turn 1, and Jeff Gordon finishes in 35th position. Well, the victory celebration for the winning crew chief and his team, all their hard work in bringing that brand new race car here paying off. And for Denny Hamlin, Darian Grove, and his team, time to debrief, regroup, figure out how to do better next time. 4 of the top 5 finishers now. Here's Dave.
might be a bit of a victory for the 39 bunch today. Great run for Ryan Newman. How would you call it today?
Well, I think it's best with a fifth-place car, and just happy to get that. The workshops for Warriors Senior House Foundation Chevrolet was decent at times. We had a couple good restarts there where we snuck in on 3 wide and made it work, but just happy to be in the top 5 again and stopping on pit lane. Guys did a great call with the strategy on 2 tires, and the tires were great today as far as durability goes. So hi to Mom and all the girls at home. I'm going elk hunting with Bill Jordan and the guys at Realtree, and I'll see y'all in Loudon.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Doc?
I'm caught up with Roger Penske, victory lane, and Roger, difficult night for you on the IZOD IndyCar Series last night, losing a championship by a couple of points. Just have to take some of the sting.
Well, I think last night, it's tough on Will, but Hunter Ray did a great job all season. Our team did, but boy, coming here to Chicago and winning that first race of the chase this year is outstanding. It shows you the commitment by this Miller Lite team and the whole gear. I tell you, it's fantastic, and you can't wait to go to the next race.
A couple of years ago, as we are showered by your sponsor's product, a couple of years ago, this guy gave you your first NASCAR title in the Nationwide Series. What makes you think you guys are going to get a cup title from him this year?
Well, I think he's focused. Obviously, he's had the experience, and Paul Wolf and this whole Miller Lite team has just got it. The engineering department, our engine guys, I want to take my hat off to Scott Courier, his team today. But overall, can't thank everybody but the team, and to me, we'll just move on to next week.
Roger Penske, yes. I think he said it all, guys.
And Doc, not to be lost in all this, the fact that the Penske team is changing brands next season, and yet they're still bringing out brand new Dodges and all the best horsepower they can muster to try and win this championship this season.
Well, what a way to go out for Dodge if Brad Keselowski can keep this up.
New Hampshire next Sunday, and then the Monster Mile in Dover as the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup takes a little northeastern swing, and then the big wild card, Talladega, to begin the month of October. Join us at the racetrack, NASCAR.com/tickets, or the number at the bottom of the screen. Final thought on what you saw today here at Kansas upcoming here at Chicagoland Speedway.
Well, I'll tell you, this is what they've done with this 2 team. I'm not totally surprised because I felt like Jimmy Johnson's biggest challenger in this chase is going to be Brad Keselowski and possibly the 11 car. But boy, they sure made a statement today. I mean, this car was awesome.
Yeah, what I saw from Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus was exactly what we all expected. But Brad Keselowski had a little something for him, and I'm telling you, David Pearson is sitting at home grinning right now after he watched that race, thinking of what that young man pulled off right there. He's not going to tell everybody what he did, if indeed that is what it was, but he was right whenever it counted, and that's at the end.
Well, a few hours ago, we came on the air talking about who had what strengths and attributes toward winning the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Championship. And Nicole, we know that this Penske Racing team has a pretty sturdy driver in a brand new race car that's going to serve them well.
Absolutely. I think Ray Evernham said earlier, your heart told you to pick Jeff Gordon for the championship, but if one of them faltered, being Jeff Gordon or Jimmy Johnson, who did you expect to be there?
Well, as I said, 48 and 24, if they did not achieve to their utmost ability, that number 2 car is going to be right there because those guys have proven they will punch above their weight.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But Jimmy Johnson was really dominant today, and Brad really just came on. He and Paul Wolf were very consistent throughout all of their runs, put themselves in position, and boy, they took off. But all of the chase performers outside of Jeff Gordon and Denny Hamlin at the end there really performed pretty well.
Well, there was 2 guys to me just made huge statements today. I mean, the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson leading 172 laps with that Indianapolis car, that special car they got that ran so well. But another thing we said in NASCAR Countdown was, hey, look at the 2 car, the 48 and 2. They just look real strong, and that's how they finished, and that's where they're at in the points right now. So, I mean, they laid a huge gauntlet down, a big statement today in my eyes. So this was a great run out of the 2 car. And this is the world headquarters for Miller Brewing Company right here in Chicago now. They moved out from Milwaukee to Chicago. They had a huge...
You don't know anything about that.
I do. And so he really made a lot of his sponsors happy today, I can tell you that.
The flip side of having a really good day, we talked about this earlier as well, when you go into the chase and you only have 10 races to get it right, you have to minimize the mistakes. You have to minimize the bad days. And when we're looking at the field, Greg Biffle, slow pit stop, put him behind. Matt Kenseth had the shock fell off, put him in 18th. Jeff Gordon, he had the issue with the throttle. And Denny Hamlin, someone that Ray pointed out, concerned about the consistency within that Joe Gibbs Racing team. They ran him out of gas on the last lap.
Well, we said before, this is a team that has more than once come off of the regular season with multiple wins and been in good shape and have had either mechanical or mental issues. They just made a slight mistake, didn't get enough gasoline in the car. As they made that change, they were and ended up costing them several spots. You know, and you just can't do that as close as it's going to be.
It may be a statement race, as you said, for Brad Keselowski, but if we look at the past chase